dark skin and a Georgia, melanin all over. Nobody can boga.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who are new here, my name is Vanessa Buyai, and yeah, feel much welcome to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to subscribe if you've not subscribed. And for the oldies, thank you for always tuning back to this channel. I'm really humbled by the support you guys give me. So guys, today we're gonna talk about the topic consent. And consent, basically in layman's language, you can say it's the permission that one gives and they're able to comprehend. They have the ability to comprehend the permission that they have given the other party. And we have 4 different types of consent. We have the implied consent, express consent, informed consent, and the unanimous consent. But today, guys, I want us to focus more on sexual consent. Sexual consent, if we can relate it to what I have used to define consent, we can say sexual consent is the consent that one gives to another party, and the permission one gives to another party, and they're able to comprehend they're able to comprehend what they are signing in for. Like if it's a one night stand, if it will be a routine thing, so they are able to understand like what they are signing in for. And yeah, so sexual consent is the reason why I decided to talk about sexual consent is because unfortunately, I don't know if it's only me or also you can also comment in the comment section. Unfortunately, in our society, rarely do we like get education in regards to sexual education. And so if we don't get this education, most people don't understand this issue of sexual consent, and they don't understand that it's not constant. It's very flexible, and it can change at any minute. It can change 2 seconds to the act. It can change in the process. It's not constant. It's very flexible. And because many people do not understand this, you will find that even in relationships, even in marriages, you'll find that people maybe undergo sexual assault. They're sexually assaulted. People are sexually harassed, and they don't know that people sexually harass others, and they don't know that they are sexually harassing individuals because they do not understand this concept of consent. And when we're talking about sexual consent, we will focus on 3 main things. Today we'll just talk about 3 main things that one or an individual should look into while giving consent or while accepting consent from someone. Number 1, we will look on the issue to do with age. Age such that in this country, Kenya, anybody who is under the age of 18, that is the age of the minority, they cannot give consent. They cannot give sexual consent to somebody. And according to our constitution, there are some penalties, or there are some rules that have been set, or punishments that have been set for somebody who defiles or who assaults a minor. And yeah, if you are presented before the court of law by the guardian, the loved ones, or anybody who is surrounded by this minor, to the claim that you were involved sexually with this minor, the court will judge you, and they wouldn't care if this minor gave you consent. The only thing that they will want to know is, did you like understand that this child is a minor? So yeah, that is one thing that we really need to understand. Somebody under the age of 18 years in Kenya, they cannot give consent. They cannot give sexual consent, that is. And in other countries, we have different ages where the different ages that signifies if somebody is a minor or they are an adult. We can, in some countries we have 21 years, some we have 16 years, and some 18 years, like Kenya. So yeah, you really need to be keen with that, because under the law there are measures that have been set. And yeah, so like for example in Kenya, we have the Sexual Offences Act, and we have the Sexual Offence Act 2006. And under the Sexual Offence Act 2006 for Kenya, a defilement of 0 to 11 years child, it leads to one being life imprisoned, and 12 to 16 years, not less than 20 years imprisonment in jail, not less than 20 years imprisonment, and then 16 to 18 years, not less than 16 years imprisonment. So by any chance you find yourself dealing with a minor, run because there are consequences. Yeah, sometimes maybe these consequences will not find you, but just don't risk it, so that you cannot find yourself on the bad side of the law. And yeah, so according to age, minors, they are not allowed to give consent. Somebody who is allowed to give consent, sexual consent, according to age, is somebody who is 18 years and above. That is under the Kenyan laws. And then after that, we will talk about the issue to do with mental capacity. Capacity is the ability to use and understand information, to make decisions, and to communicate any decision. You get? So if somebody's mental state or mental capacity at that time, they cannot comprehend what they are supposed to be agreeing to, if this person cannot comprehend what they are being conformed into agreeing, or if they find themselves like they have mind impairedness, or they are distracted in a way, like they are not alert to what they are agreeing to, that person has not given you consent. So they can use whatever act you will do to them against you in a court of law, and utakuwa like but alikuwa ameagree. But yeah, again, according to the court of law, they will want to know what was the state of this person the time when they were giving you consent. So I know you don't want to I know you don't want to risk this. So always ensure that if you're asking for consent, this person should be, first of all, 18 years and above. Second of all, are they like alert? Do they know what they are comprehending? Can they comprehend the permission they are giving to you, And lastly, are they intoxicated or are they sober, because an intoxicated person cannot give consent. Yeah, they can only give you consent while they're sober. Somebody can give you consent while they're not sober, and then the time when they become sober, they become like, ew, and they can use that against you in a court of law, and there are penalties for that too. So I know you don't want to risk this. So yeah, and lastly, we're gonna look at physical strength. Physical strength in a manner, we have different physical strengths. We have different, so like for me, I'm not that strong. Okay, I'm strong, but I'm not that strong. There are some other people stronger than me. So the strongest person in relation to me, there are high chances I cannot give consent to this person. And yeah, I was reading about this physical strength, and I want you guys to also help me by contributing there at the comment section. What's your opinion in regards to physical strength and consent? Do you think that we should consider this when it comes to the issue of giving consent? Yeah. And aside from that, I came across this word. The word is grooming. Grooming, basically, it's the act in which somebody, in a way, it's like they are luring you, they are training you, like they're trying to make you like them and win your trust. And mostly grooming happens to people who are green in quotes. For example, kids, so those are the minors, and sometimes adults, or it can be most times. I've not done a survey on that, or I've not seen statistics regarding that, but yeah, grooming happens, somebody trying to lure you to win your trust, so that the time when they are asking for sexual consent from you, you have no option but to oblige or agree to what they are asking from you. So yeah, so we really need to begin about this thing. And for parents, I will really urge that it will be very important if you like communicate with your kids about sex education, if you will inform them about these things and the different parts of their body, the different part, the private parts. Don't call them don't teach them by the exact names. Yeah, teach them with the exact names, such that if if things go south, maybe something happens to them and they go to a court of law, they can be able to tell the judge, this person, what did they do to them? Because in a court of law, they only recognize words according to their biological names. Yes, the judge can know that we call these things susu, dudu, but in a court of law, they don't like use those terms. They will want to use the terms that are accepted biologically. And aside from that, it's very important you start teaching your kids about sex education, so that in case something awful happens, or if something fishy starts happening around them, they can be able to report. It's so unfortunate that many people have been sexually assaulted, sexually harassed, they have been defiled by their loved ones, but the parents, guardians rarely, or most times, don't trust these persons, and somebody starts undergoing suffering or is affected mentally. Maybe they might have PTSD, that is post-traumatic stress disorder. They can develop depression. They can start hating the opposite gender. You know, a lot of things. They can develop loneliness, you know, nightmares at night. So like, parents, we really need to be open-minded and understand that these things are happening in our society, and it's up to us to take the initiative to educate our children about these things, and always try to have a conversation with your child to know who they are hanging out with. Don't just trust anybody with your child. I heard of somebody who was telling us a story of a guy in their estate who used to lure kids, you know, and in the process of luring kids, he used to sodomize them, you know. And not only that, we have also had these reports in some case studies here in Kenya, you know. So it's something that is happening. So try to make your kid your friend, try to educate them about these things, and try to always have these intimate conversations with your child, so that you can be sure that they are safe. And if in case they speak of somebody doing something fishy towards them, you can know how to act. Prevention is better than cure, because yes, we have the system, but our system as Kenya, I don't think we can say it's that perfect, because we have had cases of maybe the case not proceeding to the end because of some minor errors. Yes, we have the rules, we have the offices, we have the personnel, but following the process sometimes can be even, it can mentally drain somebody. So it's better to be safe. It's better we prevent than to start the cure, you know. That's what I mean. And yeah, guys, that's all that I had for today. And thank you so much for always coming back and listening to me. And yeah, if you have any other contribution that you want to make in regards to this topic, consent, you can contribute down there in the comment section. You can share the video, and I will really do appreciate. Thank you guys. Till next time. Bye bye.